I cannot breathe, I can't see, I can't look in between. I cannot breathe, I can't see, I can't look in between.
Jag kan inte andas när jag ser hur du går iväg. Jag kan inte andas när jag ser hur du går iväg. Går iväg.
I cannot breathe,
Jag kan
I cannot see,
inte
cannot breathe.
andas när jag
Cannot breathe,
Jag kan
cannot see,
inte
cannot breathe.
när du går iväg.
Cannot see,
Du går iväg.
horizon's too high, it's dark on my
Yeah. And there's the air horn. What up, everybody? Welcome to another Monday here in the Spick Span Show. As you see, there's only one chair here. I know that most people are usually waiting for Kyle to swoop in here in the next minute or two, but Kyle is on vacation with his mother. He's decided to stay out on the East Coast. I think he mentioned that last week. And so he's going to be there with her for the day. We do have him lined up for a FaceTime call, maybe after Alex. Michael, no, he's with his mom right now. And he's spending some quality time. But I did want to pick his brain about the final match after our... and we'll get into all that. We'll get into all of that. I want a lot of help from you guys on this episode for questions. Thanks, Jennifer. You can see my eyes through here. So I got a lot of shout outs to give up to a lot of people coming up here. Got a lot of great announcements, big announcements. The prizes and the giveaways are getting bigger and better and bigger and better every single time. Yeah, Big K. Let's get you an air horn right now. So, yeah, the memberships, guys, you guys all rock. Everybody who's jumping in and joining, I'm going to put your name on the wheel right now, Big K. So we're close to that 200 milestone. I'm going to find something huge to give away when we do hit 200 members. But I do have a bunch of really cool gifts. The giveaways are going to be ramped up. Yeah, there we go. Hunter in the house. Alpha Dog, shout out. James Hall, Island Designs, is shipping down 5 unreleased, never before seen. I haven't even seen the shirts myself. I've only seen a digital render, a photo of a photo. But he's going to give away 5. He's giving away 5 shirts here for you guys listening. We got Alex Frage's going to join us in here as well. Alex Frage was instrumental, probably going on MVP actually of the event had we made it a little further if he didn't get that injury. He showed some of our guys how to play the field. And then we're going to talk a little bit about how the weekend unfolded. And then full disclosure, I was supposed to have Tom Cole on the call today. He has confirmed for next week because I do want to have some pressing questions for him. I know that a lot of you guys have questions for him, so that's what I'm gonna ask you guys to send me in some questions for him, and we're gonna get him on next week. Their accountant had some heart issues, and he had to actually drive him home. So Tom was unavailable to be on a safe FaceTime call today. But we're gonna get Tom Cole, the president of the NXL, to pick his brain a little bit because we need new guests anyway. And I know that a lot of people have questions about more or less how to run a successful league. in the big times, and why the hell are we playing on a dusty old cornfield? So, and then Fortkey. Actually, Fortkey, you're on the top of my list here. It says, thank you, Fortkey, you jerk. No. So, Fortkey, two things. Fortkey took it upon himself to make sure that we had stuff to eat for the Eating Terrible Things challenge. And so he shipped a bunch of stuff to my house. In this jar, I have pickled pig's feet. In this bag, I have Sonoran Spice Company Carolina Reaper gumballs. And then I believe that he sent some Jungle Trail mix. And there's two other items that Kyle and I are going to be digging into next week. So next week's show, you're definitely not going to want to miss. I haven't looked at the stats yet between Kyle and I to see who won and who lost. But I'm hoping that the two matches that I played kind of elevated me up above him, because some of the stuff I don't want to eat at all. I don't even know. I don't even think I'm going to unwrap this pickled pig's feet. This might be a regift. I can't even think about this, and it's leaked a little bit. So anyway, to answer your question, Forky, we are going to get to a handful of the injury reports. There's 4 Dynasty members, team players right now that are on the IR list or are on the recovery list, myself included. I got my MRI results. They're in this little packet right here. So I've got a CD. So if anybody knows where the hell you put a CD-ROM these days, I would love to know that. They send you a CD-ROM. Like I've got an iMac from 2002. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that thing, because I've looked on both sides of my computer and there's no small disc in there. So anyway, and then update. We're going to ask Alex here in just about 5 minutes how he's feeling today versus yesterday. He did have a slight injury yesterday that took him off the field. Dalton, I believe, is getting an MRI. Again, we're going to get into all of that stuff here soon. But and then also I want to talk about Fort Key's Moneyball question. So, yeah, and hey, everybody, I want to thank you guys all tremendously for your support throughout the weekend, telling us, everybody who was shooting me messages, inspirational messages, and telling us all that we're playing really, really well, despite, all of everything that was going down with the injuries and the adversities that we were facing. So I do appreciate, as always, everybody out there in the industry and everybody who's a fan of Dynasty and just paintball as a whole. I think I did mention that in my I think I did mention that in one of my interviews on there as well. You don't even need to be a fan of Dynasty, but as long as you're a fan of paintball, we're a fan of you. Yeah, tap out Taz. I'll see you out there. If you have coins, we'll do some coin dueling. If you don't have some coins, I've got some for you. Alex Fragi blessed me up with a handful of coins that I will be schlepping out to LLP this weekend. So I will be back out on the East Coast. I fly back out there on Thursday. So I'm pretty stoked. So yeah, and Seth Williams, I'll just get that off our chest right now. So Tyler wasn't in our heads by any means. As a matter of fact, I could argue that Tyler, despite being incredibly difficult to shoot, wasn't the factor in Heat's victory. I think that everybody can see that Federov was the reason that Heat won that tournament. And I could argue that they probably, if they didn't have Federov playing the way he was, or if they didn't have Federov at all, they might not have even beaten New York Extreme. But that's not to say that Heat was not playing fantastic and amazingly. Tyler is incredibly hard to shoot. I know that because he and I were up against each other as the number 2s over there, and I was shooting at him as much as I possibly could, and it was incredibly difficult to shoot Tyler. It's always tough to shoot Tyler. So, yeah, I mean, Fedorov, there was no player on planet Earth that was playing as well as Fedorov was this weekend in paintball. And with that being said, I know that we talked about our top 10s and our top lists. It's easy to put everybody on that snake side. You know who the snake guys are when you're putting that list together of the top tier snake guys. But the Dorito guys, remember, we're like, well, who are the top guys? You got Tyler for sure. You've got Colt Roberts is one of those elite guys. But it's kind of hard to really throw in the extra guys where they are. But I would say undoubtedly whatever Federov has been doing for the last year and a half or 2 years during his downtime, he has not been slouching, that's for sure. So, yeah, I mean, he is undeniably the number one Dorito guy in the world. That is unequivocal at this moment. So, and I don't think anybody would even argue about that. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to get Mr. Fragi here on the call. And we've got a ton of, like I said, other announcements that we got going on. But I'm going to get Alex into the chat because, well, everything's better with Alex around. I think we can all agree on that. Okay, hold on. Are you there? Hold on here. Hold on. We're trying to get audio.
Aux mode.
All right.
Hold on.
There we go. Can you see me? Oh, turn the audio down on that thing.
You there?
Are you there?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Could you hear me before?
No.
All right. Well, I was trying to do some sort of fancy speaker system here, but it didn't work. Oh. So, how we doing? What are you doing? What's going on?
We're good, man. We're here. We're working on some paintball guns. We're folding some headbands. We're blessing some people up. We're making it happen.
Making it happen?
Making it happen. That's right. That's what we do. Make it happen, and then we ice it after.
Speaking of icing it, how is your leg doing? How you feeling?
It's as good as new. I was just pretending to be hurt.
That's a smart play.
Yeah. No, it's a little stiff, definitely. So when I drop my daughter Alice off at preschool every day,
Mm-hmm.
we have a race to the front of the preschool from the car, and typically, I give her a little challenge, but always let her win. But today, she looked back at me and she said, "Dad, why are you so far behind me?"
That's actually funny you say that because I think I said the same thing to you when we were talking about when I was dealing with in the middle of me dealing with my back issue. I was like, I can't even keep up with Sloan in the park. Sloan's 2 years old. And that's the realization right there that something's wrong.
It's a sobering moment. Yeah, I definitely experienced that today where, the kid is legitimately faster than me.
Yeah. The 4-year-old is when the 4-year-old is faster than you. That's the trouble. That's the troubling part. So and I know that. Why are you going to get it professionally looked at? Or are you just going to kind of keep WebMDing it?
I WebMD'd it and it said I had herpes, so I'm not quite sure what to do now. I'm gonna have to go. No, I think it's gonna be all right. But I did tell Marcelo I was gonna go in, so I'll probably go and just have it looked at quickly. But I'm confident that it's nothing serious.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it was just a little.
I've been hurt so many times, dude. It's just I know when it's bad and when it's not. So I think it's not so bad.
So everybody doesn't need to worry. We're gonna cross Alex off of the list here for the IR. Then we're gonna let's go to Arturo. Were you worried about Arturo at all?
He came back. He had surgery on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then showed up at the tournament and said, "My doctor said I could play." And I said, "Has your doctor ever seen a video of someone playing paintball?" And he didn't know. So I don't think there was any frame of reference for his doctor. It's not like he's swinging a paddleball racket here. You're diving and smashing your whole body weight on your hand. So
he probably,
whatever.
Yeah.
He was good. He had a screw in his hand. I saw the X-ray of it. It looked like Wolverine's hand. So he's good to go. He went out there. He got it done. He stepped up. He played well in that final match. And I don't think we can ask for anything more than what he gave us. So thanks to Arturo for putting his culo on the line and representing for the team. And I'm really proud of the team this weekend.
Yeah.
Great third place finish. We gritted out a lot of those matches. Our bracket was, I think, hands down the hardest one. I mean, everyone in that bracket, including the ML Kings, was grinding. I mean, they knocked damage out of the tournament.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of those, mid to lower tier teams are really getting better. I mean, it's not a fluke. Teams like, Thunder and New York Extreme and even the ML Kings and who level beat Heat. I mean, these teams are no slouch. So I really think that there's a little bit of a changing of the guard happening, which I think is great. Unfortunately, you have teams like Heat and Impact, which will, they'll just pick up the good players off of all those teams so they don't have to play against them. They won't necessarily use them. They'll just, throw them on the roster and put them on the bench. But that's okay. I mean, that's the nature of the beast. And without Bart and Randy, we probably wouldn't even have a league because,
Yeah.
they're major players in funding the NXL. Anyway, in celebration of our third place and the Spick Span Show and how much I like you guys, I've got 3 headbands to give away today.
Holy smokes!
So we'll do 3 trivia questions. We got these cool Pro Line ones that I brought to the tournament to sell and give out to some of the guys. So
do you guys hear that?
Pro Line thing.
We're gonna. So that's we'll three bless ups. Now, actually, what everybody wants to know is how do you get that shirt?
These are one-offs from Oliver. I mean, he only made me a few of these and said, "Hey, give them to the guys and people that are supporters and have been in the trenches from the beginning." So I know Ryan's. I gave Ryan one, and
I'm putting it on right now.
All right, yeah, twinsies. I actually almost wore that shirt today.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many people are jealous right now? This is like high fashion. This shirt's high fashion. It's made out of the
There's no sizing chart. Like Oliver just sends the shirt and like, okay, maybe it'll fit. I don't know. There's no like template or anything I think they're using. So kind of difficult to sell an item like that. It's kind of just you got to give it away or be with the person and but anyway, it's funny actually. I'm on a thread right now with Todd Adamson and Harris Hussein, and those guys are talking smack to each other because Harris supposedly went into the VIP section and Todd was he tried to play Todd for his black coin and Todd's like fine, and they bet on the Iron Man and Impact game and Todd took Iron Man and it was 3-1 odds, so 3 gold coins to the 1 black coin, and then Todd won, and then Harris doubled up, double or nothing, and lost again. So 6 gold coins from Harris to Todd Adamson, and Todd owns his soul now. And I called Todd. I'm like, hey, what number coins did you get so I could put on the scoreboard? And he's like, oh, Harris has to send them to me. So then I'm now on this thread with these 2 guys, which Harris had no idea who Todd Adamson was. So he asked Todd, whose black coin is that? And Todd's like, it's mine, fool. He's like, who are you? Todd Adamson. Like a legend of the game, dude. Like you don't get more legendary than him.
Yeah, I know that's absolutely right. Like when you look at the guys that are getting those legendary coins, it's awesome to see. And that was actually one of the questions I was going to ask. Tom Cole got some, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I can't remember if I gave it to him or not. But anyway, he will get some.
Yeah.
He doesn't have them now. But either way, I mean, just the nature of that, where Harris and Todd had an interaction, and now they know each other. And now they're texting each other with me on here is like the whole idea of this is like to bridge the gap between, amateur, pro, old, young, all those things. So I'm really happy with how it's going. And I have got some notable coin duel challenges that have happened over the past couple of weeks. So BJ Henningberg challenged, actually I think Mark Johnson on AC Diesel challenged BJ Henningberg to a race up the stairs at the, what is that? The City Hall in Philadelphia where Rocky ran up the stairs.
Oh, no way.
But that was also 3-1 because Mark is technically a lot slower than BJ. So BJ had to put up 3 coins to Mark's 1. And of course, BJ smoked him. But if you go check out Mark's Instagram reel, it's really funny. They put it to the music and everything, and it's pretty epic. Andy Hahn beat Ivan Gonzalez from DMG in an eating contest last night, a shabu shabu eating contest. So he took a gold coin off of Ivan Gonzalez from DMG. You can go check that out on the scoreboard. So Andy Hahn's face is up there. Aaron Rios, a divisional player, took one off of Christian Collins from the Outlaws. Noah Wallace manhandled Ryan Greenspan to pick up a coin. Billy Bernaccia from X Factor challenged Al Fernandez to take one of his coins. Corey Ryan from Extreme Paintball, who comes and helps us assemble forces, challenged me today to a target shooting contest. Well, the same target shooting contest we had 2 weeks ago at the shop here, which I won his silver coin. I gave him another chance today in, feeling bad from losing over the weekend. I mean, third place isn't really losing, but, I felt a little bit like a loser, so I wanted to redeem myself and ended up losing a coin to Corey Ryan in a target shooting contest. So my ego got double smashed. And then, of course, the story with Todd Adamson winning 6 gold coins off of Eric Hussein is the highlight there.
That's the big take. That's the big one.
That's the biggie.
Well,
so you can go check out the scoreboard at coinduel.com. It's coming together. I'm working on it slowly, and as challenges happen, it's going to start to fill out and be really interesting. So I'm stoked, and I've actually just got some new coins in. They're second edition coins, so they look a little bit different. Instead of having a portrait of Oliver, they have a portrait of Maddie Marshall. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so they're pretty cool. Oh, there they are. Hold on, that's my brother-in-law and my sister's son, Jackie Boy. Hi, guys.
Jackie Boy.
Yeah. The family's here. All right.
Well, that's a cool thing.
You guys are on a live stream right now. Oh yeah.
Hey, Matt.
Who's that, Matt? This is Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
Hey, bud.
Yosh is back there. Just ask him to take you over there. I have to be on here for a little bit more. Cool. Thanks. Yeah.
Well, that's actually really cool. I know you told me about the new coins. There you go. Bart Crahan challenged someone this weekend and won. I did see those videos.
Oh, I saw that. I posted that on our story.
Yep. I saw that too. Hey, and for those of you guys who are asking, everybody's like, I'm too afraid to challenge somebody. Like, I'm really worried about challenging.
People come.
Well, that's kind of the point, right? Is the idea is to go challenge somebody so you get those jitters out of the way, and you just kind of like, you're never gonna know until you know. You got to try. And then also, a lot of times you can be like, hey Ryan, I'll challenge you to a foot race, or hey Ryan, let's do it. You want to challenge me to a coin for target shooting? Something that you feel like you can win at. When Noah did it, Noah said, hey, I want to challenge you, but you just can't cross the 50, right? Probably just didn't want to use my speed and my elusiveness, right? And I stopped at the 50, and then he snapshot me out, So everybody has the opportunity. And James Hall, I will do a challenge with you, but it's not going to be a rock, scissors, paper contest where I can't use scissor or paper. That was James Hall's from Island Designs challenge to me.
You didn't say you can't use dynamite.
I didn't know there's a fourth option.
Dynamite, dude. You remember dynamite. It's just one finger.
Yeah, there you go, Michael Lee. It's like asking a girl out. You'll never know until you know.
I just challenged Todd Adamson to a one-on-one, right hand only, no pack, but you can keep pods in your pockets.
You should say pack is a shield, but pack hits don't count. Because that's the Todd Adamson way.
Yeah, pack is a shield. There you go.
So for those of you guys who don't know Todd Adamson really well, he was famous for always taking his pack off for some reason. I don't know if he was too hot or I don't know for what reason he would take his pack off, but he would always be holding it like a shield and running down the field.
Yeah, he'd use all his pods, and then actually I literally just wrote that to these guys in this chat. I'll show you. So I think when he was out of pods, he would just take his pack off and use it as a shield, and would confuse the refs and everybody. Right there, look. I said, one time Todd bunkered me in the World Cup Finals, holding his pack like a shield.
Yeah, he actually did. He bunkered Alex. Alex, you were in the center in that gigantic teepee Mayan temple from JT, And here comes Todd Adamson running around the corner with his pack up like this, like a riot shield.
And I shot the crap out of him, and he kept playing.
Yeah.
But then he stopped. I don't think he shot anybody, but he created a bunch of chaos.
Yeah. And look, hey guys, Michael and let's see, was it Ryan Cozy and anybody who wants to challenge me if I'm out there, we're challenging, we're doing it. And I'll throw out a bunch of different options. Like I said, I'm gonna be at Long Live Paintball this weekend, and I know that coin dueling is one thing that a lot of people want to do, and so I'm ready. Alex loaded me up with gold coins, so you guys have your opportunity and chance to be able to get put up on the board in infamy.
Yeah, a good one is horse, like a horse or snap shooting contest or just a straight one-on-one. I don't know how many pros are watching right now, but I'm hopeful that, the pros will start to play each other more too, because that's kind of what I'm going for, because those guys are at practice with each other and should find the time to challenge, which, it's hard to, but it does create, kind of a fun thing that you remember about practice. I mean, I don't remember crap about the last practice. I do remember the practice before that, where there were a couple.
That's because you weren't at the last practice.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so you ready for a headband giveaway?
Yeah, but hey, Jonathan Heiser, if you want coins, if you guys need coins, go to hormesispaintball.com. I'm gonna write the link here in the bio. hormesispaintball.com.
Or you can go to coinduelpaintball.com.
Or coinduelpaintball.com. Hopefully I spelled those right.
Yeah, duel is DOOL.
That's how you spell duel, right? So yeah, guys, go on there. Also, you know what? I think I do have a coin that I'll give away on this one, courtesy of Vic Gamboa and G2 Paintball. So he gave me a coin this weekend that he got from you, and he wants to give them out. So that's going to be on the giveaway list. We got a ton of stuff to give away today, so stay tuned for all that. Not to mention 3 Hormesis. You see that? Look at this. My fingers look like hamburger meat. Sloan put this Band-Aid on. Sloan put this Band-Aid on right here.
Dr. Sloan?
Yeah, Dr. Sloan. She said, ouchie? You go doctors? And I was like, yeah, I need to go to the doctors for this. I do have to go to the doctors after this to have my MRI results read.
Oh, that ought to be fun.
Yeah. Well, I already know what's wrong, but the doctor's probably gonna say, don't play paintball.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we're waiting on Dalton to go to the doctor as well to get an MRI on his knee. So we're really hoping that we're really pulling for Dalton so that it's nothing major. It was just like a little tweak or a sprain or something like that. So yeah. Do you ship coins to the European Union?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. We can go. We can ship coins wherever you guys want. Well, within reason. I guess it's hard to ship stuff to Iran. Is that correct?
Yeah, I tried to ship some stuff there and it was problematic, but we'll figure it out if you order it from one of those places.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And then yeah, we'll go over some roster stuff. Before we do this, Al, what do you feel? I want. We played before there was turf, so what did you think about the playing conditions this weekend?
They really didn't bother me. I knew when we practiced. I practiced on Thursday. It was not grass and it was dirt, but the dirt was not that hard. So even when you're playing on grass, there's still ground underneath it. And I've played on grass that's way harder than the surface we played on this weekend. So sometimes the soil underneath the grass is really hard and rocky, and there's grass there. It just looks nicer. So, I mean, personally, I didn't think it was that bad. I do know that it made for some great photos because of the dust, a real Mad Max type of vibe. So I'm definitely into that. And yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining about it. I think that I know when I hurt myself, it had nothing to do with the turf. It was just I took a bad step, kind of. But yeah, I'm not complaining about it. They're doing their best.
Yeah, and that was something. And I think a lot of it stems from Bart pointed out something funny. It was like an old Pan Am, right? It was just like us practicing a velocity. That's what Eric Hunter was saying, you know? And a lot of the things about it is just everybody's really spoiled. And one of the things that I'm gonna talk to Tom specifically about, just to kind of shed some light on it, is like, it's not easy to just transport or lay out or bring that much turf around. You can't turf 6 pro fields. There's just no way economically that you can do that.
I mean, I'd rather play on that than like cement with turf on it.
Right, and that's what we used to play on. We used to play in the parking lots with turf just laid out on the cement, and it was just rock hard.
Yeah, but their perception was that it was okay, which actually it was way worse than what we just played on. Yeah,
and everybody's spoiled. Yeah, and that's kind of what it is, and that's one of the things that I teach at all the clinics is like a lot of people go sliding in doing the drop knee boogie board maneuver because you can get away with that on nice perfect turf. But the second you guys travel to a national event or you face any kind of adversity in the form of rain, mud, dirt, rocks, any of that stuff, or the Mid-Atlantic Major, you don't know how to play in those conditions. So,
man, when that rain hit when we were playing ML Kings, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna win now.
I hate it.
Because when that rain hits, just like Ryan, he gets discouraged, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's raining. Me, I'm like, it's on now. When you
I slipped 3 times, couldn't see anything. I looked over at both of you guys. You both had your fingers in your loaders, trying to get the rain and the mud and stuff out of your loaders, and it was 3-on-3, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, next thing you knew, I was bunkering the guy.
Yeah, is that what you did?
Yeah,
okay.
I couldn't get the nose cone back on, so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go bunker this guy. So I crammed it on kind of halfway and filled up my loader, and paintballs were spilling everywhere, and I went and did him. That kid Kelly, and after the game, I was like, hey man, how old are you? He's like, I'm 18. I'm like, shit, I'm twice your age, kid.
Twice your age, kid.
You should have been bunkering me.
Yeah, that is the thing about that field in particular. There's no defense. Oh yeah, Bernard said, wasn't it in Chicago when the MPPL just painted the concrete red to cover up the missing turf in the 50? I think I do.
We're painting the concrete red. We're painting the concrete red.
Yeah.
You know that one?
That's Alice in Wonderland.
Yep.
Alice Frazier in Wonderland.
It's the Tom Cole version.
Yep.
Tom Cole in Wonderland.
Tom Cole in Wonderland. Yeah. So what else do we got? What else do we got to talk about here? You got some other good.
I was
stuff?
just thinking about the lyrics of that song.
Oh.
Painting the concrete red. Bart, he likes it red. Bart will have my head.
No, it's Randy. Randy will have your head.
Yeah, Randy.
Yeah, Randy will have your head. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I don't have much more to talk about. I just I want to give a big shout out to everyone watching, and it was a great event. Team played great. We rallied, and I mean, even though we didn't win, I think it was a really big success for us because of the adversity, and also just the team really kind of gelled and came together. I feel like, especially Mike Urena. I mean, you want to talk about a bright spot. I mean, that guy is he's getting better exponentially. So stoked on that. Stoked on, the grit of our veterans, Blake, Ryan. I mean, Ryan, you're MVP in my book. Like I told you, I mean, you played outstanding, and I feel like, your focus was there. I mean, Marcelo had some great moments, and really, I feel like strategically is improving and becoming a much more diverse player. And I think our team, has a lot of potential. I mean, especially when people are talking like, "Oh, Tyler left, it's over for Dynasty." I mean, that's what they always say when somebody leaves our team. But I mean, it's far from over. Obviously, even with a depleted and beat up roster, we're still going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, we finished better than we did at the last event with Tyler. We finished better than Heat did at the last 2 events, 3 or 4 events, 5 events, something like that. So I mean, that's the great thing, and I think that everybody who's watching here, there's not a single person in here, I hope, or I can imagine, that isn't a Dynasty fan and that wouldn't stick with us no matter what really happened. And so none of these guys, I don't think, are naysayers by any means. But yeah, there are a lot of people out there that just would love to see us fail or falter. But it's been 21 years, and we've we've gone through this before, and we've come out of the ashes, and still been able to prevail. And
we're never going away. I'm gonna buy you one of those Darth Vader tanks that he sleeps in.
I know you said that on the webcast too. I do.
Yep.
I will sleep in one of those things.
I've been googling it all day today. My computer just died. I don't have my charger, so
okay.
I can't see the answers to the trivia questions. That's going to be on you.
Oh, I have to look them up in real time?
Well, no, I'll text you what the answer is.
Okay.
I only have one right now, but I'll think of some other one.
I've got one.
Okay.
Well, I've got one that could go out to everybody. We could also spin the wheel for something. Do you want me to text you what mine?
Sure, let's do. I'll do my trivia question. You do your trivia question, then we'll spin the wheel for the 3 headbands.
Okay, got it.
Okay, and I'll text you the answer right now to my question. All
right, guys. So this let's get the likes up to 75. When we get to 75 likes, we're gonna launch this. We're gonna rip this thing. So we need to get about 12 more likes. Everybody hit that little thumbs up. Boost the algorithm up there. How do you think that? What do you think? Let's see. How do you think Heat would have done if Federov was not able to make it?
You asking me that?
Yes.
I mean, they wouldn't have won.
There we go. All right, we're at 90 likes, just like that. Boom.
So yeah, I mean, Fedorov was. I mean, he took us apart.
Yeah.
Like
he was standing behind me every game.
Yeah. So that was the story of that match. Was Fedorov, was the difference. I didn't watch the finals, but I can imagine it went something like that because he got MVP, which he rightfully deserved if you were looking at our match under a microscope. But I mean, obviously it's a team effort like it is all the time. So those guys all did their jobs and that was their plan. It looked like was Chad would go over there, was working really well in the tournament and taking people apart, but stopped working on Sunday. So he was kind of just a safety valve, him and Ryan Moorhead, and then the real punch was coming over from the two Russian studs, Mishka and Fedorov, who are handsomely paid for their wares. Mm-hmm. So
I'll tell you what, I'm stoked for Ryan Smith coming kind of like, because he was like the 7th man, 6th guy, 7th guy, kind of all the last couple of years. He coached and played at the same time, and he played every single point, and he shot a guy off the break against NYX almost every single point. He shot Mikey 3 or 4 times off the break. So, and getting that kill on that snake side, that was something that I'd argued every single day at practice was, let's get that kill over there because that's the guy that's going to come down and get us. And we were getting kills throughout the event on that Dorito side, but we just didn't get it. I think we shot Mishka twice, but other than that, we were not shooting Fedorov. So, that was a huge kill for them.
Yeah, and I like that call by Todd Martinez. He uses his tall guys for shooting off the break on that field. I mean, he had Tyler and Ryan Smith back there. I mean,
actually, Tyler was shooting really well off the break too because he was.
So that's why Todd had those guys back there because they were both tall.
Right.
That's what I think, but
we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know.
We wouldn't know. Yeah, I'm gonna get those little platforms to go in my shoes.
Yeah, that's right. They say now that you're the CEO of Hormesis, you need to be at least 6 feet tall.
Yeah, 90% of CEOs are 5 inches taller than the average person.
Yeah, there you go. So that is.
I'm not cut out for upper management, man. I'm cut out for crawling in the snake.
Yeah, Matt Bond said that Fedorov was also not touching up on the start gate. Well, each one of us did get a penalty for not touching our barrels on the start gate. So that was kind of a lame penalty to get. I could hear you yelling from behind me, "Don't do it! Don't do it! That's not fair!" as the ref was running over to pull Arturo out.
Yeah, I wasn't that mad about him pulling Arturo because he was telling him to touch up.
Right.
But not only did he pull Arturo, he also pulled a 1-for-1.
Yeah,
I wouldn't consider that playing on. So whatever. I mean, there was a makeup call right after that, but unfortunately, we still lost that
both
point.
of those points. Yeah.
Which was that was a backbreaker. Anyway, we'll keep that game in the front of our mind, and learn from the lessons there. And props to Heat. They did great and deserve to win that tournament.
Yeah, no, they did. They crushed it. I mean, he was just having a field day over there. He was running just freely down that side of the field. So if anybody wants to know how you're supposed to play the Doritos, I mean, that's one of those ways. Is just
first you convince the other team not to shoot at you, and then you run down the field.
Yeah, shoot him in the back. That's what I was saying. This field, but that was another thing about this field is like when you said all those lower division teams are stepping it up. Definitely Thunder is stepping it up substantially because they've been consistently getting into that second round and doing really well. But yeah, those other guys who are putting up wins and just kind of getting close games on everybody. This field really played into their abilities as well.
Yeah, and I mean, Thunder's got young guys on there that are pretty new to pro paintball, and they're coming into their own. I mean, Cato Warner, Patty Gleason, that's like his 14th tournament ever. So I mean, there's guys there that have a lot of room to improve, and I mean, look for those guys to start consistently showing up on Sunday. So hopefully, if they can keep their team together, that will happen. Yeah,
I think Thunder's in there. I think they're gonna continuously get better or continue to get better. So, all right, let's hear you guys ready for some trivia? Everybody out there ready for some trivia?
All right, so I got 3 headbands here. I got this beautiful yellow one. I have a beautiful black one and a beautiful red one. And those will be going to the winners of these trivia questions. So if you win, make sure to hit up Ryan and get him your address, and I will get the band out to you.
Yeah.
All right. First question is going to be somebody's name, and to get the answer, type in his last name or full name. So the last name is good enough, or the full name. And the question is this: who is my favorite player?
Who is Alex Frage's favorite player? This one's going to be tough. This one is going to be a tough one. Big Vic. James Hall said Big Vic. Also, James Hall, shout out to Island Designs. Thank you. He did just say, we got Richardson, Federov, Greenspan, Steve Grundy. I think that's right, but he clearly it's not. Thank you, Val, for that one. Forky said Alex Frage's your favorite player.
He's pretty damn good.
Yeah, Alex Frage.
He's somebody that influenced me.
Somebody who influenced him. Davey Williamson, definitely, probably not. Rao, Lasoya, lots of Lasoyas.
Davey Williamson influenced me on how to upset people unintentionally.
Although Davey Williamson did give me, remember the one really crucial bit of info. Oh, we got a winner.
Who?
Bill Brasky, 86. Mr. Bill Brasky, 86. It is Mike Bruno. Bill Brasky.
Nice job, Bill. Yeah, Mike Bruno, one of my my favorite player, hands down. Definitely taught me a lot about the game, and I played against him a lot of times, enough in tournaments to really gain a valuable perspective on the game. I mean, I remember one time in Boston, I think it was Boston 1999, I was playing on the Diggers, and there was this hyperball field with a sub on it, and you had to run as like a super long run to this sub. So I was going to the sub. It was on the 50. I ran there. I dove in. I was just about to back out of it and start racking up kills across the field. And here comes Mike Bruno rolling in, probably 3 seconds behind me on the other side with his gun up. I had an Angel. He had an autococker, and he just rolled in and started pumping him into my side because I was in there. I got in there fast. I got overzealous. I didn't protect myself, and he shot me. Later that night, he came over to my hotel room and we played GoldenEye 007 on N64, and I rolled his ass up because I remembered every single spawn point, and I just chased him around. Once I killed him once, it was over. And then later on that same tournament, I was watching All A's play Aftershock, and I saw you couldn't really see most of the field because it was a wooded field, and I saw Mike Bruno come walking off covered in hits wearing a camo jersey, but Aftershock didn't wear camo jerseys; they wore JT jerseys, and he was going, "Who's the man? Mikey's the man. Who's the man? Mikey's the man." Later on, I didn't realize what had happened, but the game had started, and instead of going and playing the All-Americans, he ran out of bounds, went all the way around the back of the field, came in. Oh, and he was wearing an All-Americans jersey. That was the camo jersey, a Renegade jersey. And he went in and shot like 6 All-Americans in the back. Eventually got shot, and Aftershock came in and smashed him. And then after the game, they burned the Aftershock jersey. Yeah, and I'll read you this message that Mike sent me yesterday. You'll like this, Ryan. Hold on a second. He wrote this. Of all teams Tyler went to, the evilest empire of them all. Crushed I was. The All A's 2.0. So that was Mike's take on it.
Mike's great, huh?
Yeah, so definitely legend and influential guy, and really played the game with a lot of passion and a lot of intensity, and really had fun doing it, and was able to think outside of the box when he played. So, yeah, shout out to Mike. Hopefully I'll get to play with him one of these days in one of these Woods Ball tournaments. And congratulations to Bill. All right.
Congrats, Bill. So, Bill Brasky, along with everybody else who is a member, make sure you guys send me your addresses and your contact information and your addresses so we can send you guys your prizes. Just so you guys know, I'm giving away this satchel from Steve Segovia. This will be the 3rd time I've given this away, because once nobody sent me their address, and then the other one, their membership expired. And I also didn't have their address anyway. I probably would have still sent it to you. So I need to have your addresses because I'm going to be giving away a bunch of stuff. And if you win something huge and cool, and I've got a really cool gift or giveaway, 2 of them. Oh, where'd the other one go? And even a Hormesis headband. If you win it, you want to get it. Trust me, you want to get it. Okay. Oh, also, Islands Designs. James Hall just shouted out. I don't know if you guys saw it in the comments. He said that if the next 5 people, if we get 5 people to upgrade their memberships to the Mega Super Support Status membership, he will make a 1 of 5. He'll make 5 custom T-shirts, one-offs, and he'll throw them into the pot so the Mega Support Status members will get a chance to win those. So if you upgrade your subscription or you join at the highest level, James from Island Designs is going to make a custom 1 of 5 shirt, especially for you guys. So
shout out to James. Let's get the air horn.
What am I doing here? Huh? I'm totally bored. Yeah, we're getting double air horn, triple, full, quadruple. How do you say 6?
Yeah, and James has done some great stuff for us. He's making all of our beanies for Hormesis and working on some other fun projects. So yeah, if you want some swag made, he can do, I think, small quantities and custom stuff. Hit up Island Designs, and best thing is that he supports the community and does a lot of work for the pro players that are trying to get their own little companies started. So that's the best.
Yeah, and it's a paintball, a guy who enjoys and is a supporter of paintball in general. Rather than just going into the regular old screen shop or whatever, or going on to Kinko's or whatever else. You can get it printed from a paintball guy who loves paintball. He's in there for paintball.
Kinko's? That's not a thing anymore, is it?
Yeah. Someone else said that too. Is Kinko's not a thing? You guys don't know what Kinko's is?
I think FedEx just absorbed them, and now they're gone.
I swear the one down the street says, FedEx Kinko's, but I just think of it as
what a weird ass name, Kinko's.
Yeah, Kinkies.
Kinkies, yeah. Let's go down to Kinkies and make some copies. For our swingers party.
Yeah. Shout out to the Pit Boss Eggs. That's from Seth Martin. Says just a shout out to Pit Boss Eggs for holding it down this
Seth,
weekend.
I got something headed your way. I think it's over there in a box, one of those boxes. So
there we go. Look at that. Anything you guys order from Field One Paintball or Hormesis is packaged with love. Let me see those fingers. Let's see those thumbs and fingers. Yep.
Sweaty paws.
Sweaty paws. Lots of dental picks have gone through those fingers. That's for sure.
Yeah, I've got little tiny holes in my finger.
Little tiny holes. All right, so here's my trivia question, and I actually just found this out. I I didn't actually ever know until we just kind of calculated. Okay, so Dynasty has been a pro paintball team. This is our 21st season. Our combined tournament winnings, cash prize. This is for another Hormesis headband. What is our combined over the 21 years tournament winnings? How much money has Dynasty won over the course of 21 years in paintball? And this does not include the cars, because you asked that. This is just Dynasty. So no cars, no side events, just Dynasty. Go ahead and guess it in right there.
How close does it have to be to the dollar?
You don't have to have it to the dollar. It doesn't have to be even to the hundreds. You can have 3 zeros at the end or 2 zeros at the end. So go ahead and throw in a number right there. How much money has Dynasty raked it in? And just when you guys are writing these numbers down and you're trying to do the math and seeing how wealthy you guys, like the 5 million. I wish it was 5 million.
Yeah, it's equivalent to the amount of money that Bart spends in 1 month.
Yeah, it's close to what Bart's salary is in a year. So we've had one that was close. We've had one close one. Holy crap, I can't read it this fast. Oh, Jesus. So we've got some close ones here. Very close. Let me see. Alex, do you know what it is? I think I just told you.
You told me, I think, the other day, but I'm not going to say what you told me, but right. I think I know.
I was surprised.
Yeah, me too. I was like, where did it all go?
Where did it all go? Well, if you look at all the names, this is what I was going to try to say until I got inundated with all these messages. If you look at all of the names on the back of the jerseys, that's where it all went.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. It went into there. So, let's see.
Oh my God.
What?
I just looked up your net worth, and it says Ryan Greenspan net worth.
Yeah. Ryan
Greenspan, who has net worth of 10 million.
10 million. I know. I'm under a celebrity database. I wish that was
Listen, people, I've been to Ryan's house. He's definitely got the net worth of 10 million. Come on, dude. Show everyone the wine cellar.
Just come on down. Come on down to the cave, to the wine cellar cave. No, that's HK.
Show us the hot tub.
That's HK.
Show us the yacht.
Mm-hmm. So we have like a tie for there's two people that are like have met in the middle.
Are you a Pisces?
I am a Pisces. Why?
That's what it says in this thing. Age, biography, and wiki on you.
Yeah. I don't know why I have. That's in a lot of web pages. There's like a bunch of these spam web pages. So nobody has gotten it. So it's under 1 million, over 500,000. How about that? There's one person that's been the closest. Actually, I could just give it to one. So one guy, somebody is within $5,000 of it.
Wow, it says my net worth is 14 million.
Oh, you're so much richer than I am. I always knew it all this time.
How is that possible? How do they even? I don't even have a bio or anything.
Dude, I knew you were way richer than I was. About 40% richer than I am. That makes sense.
I don't know.
I think it's more.
All it says is Alex trades you worth $14 million, and then it's followed by a bunch of Viagra ads.
Maybe when you were buying all that Viagra, you shouldn't have given them your social security number. Also.
Tom Ford wrote this. Here's Tom Ford.
Tom Ford?
Tom Ford is his name.
Tom Ford is isn't that who owned Arsenal?
Another thing, Frank. Before becoming involved in website development, Frank was a high school teacher, an administrative officer, and RAAF for more than 20 years.
Oof.
During the last 10 years, a teacher of English as a foreign language. Dude, this guy is a scammer.
All right, let's see here. So we have one that is the closest so far that I've seen. So I'm going to... oh, Jesus, it's coming in way too fast. So, right now, from what I've seen, are you scrolling through these messages?
I can't.
Oh, you can't?
No, because my computer.
Oh, your computer
died.
just died. You got to bring a charger with you, man.
Well, I put it in my bag, and Cranman never came to work today, and my bag's in his car. So
Ah.
I'm SOL. My computer's down. I can't do anything else except for manual. Oh my god, look at my dog. Hold on. Look at this. She was on her back, really cute. Oh well.
Okay, so I'm going to call it right here because my eyes are about to start bleeding. But there's been one person that was within $5,000.
Oh, dude, you gotta give that person.
Yeah. And
Unless it's Price is Right rules, or if it was over 5,000.
he was over by 5,000.
Okay, you can give it to him. I mean, unless you're doing Price is Right.
I'm just
$1, Bob.
$1, Bob.
We actually, Ryan and I and a bunch of the guys went on the Price is Right a while ago, and we all went because we were all paintballers, and this is when Bob Barker was still on the show, and BC set it all up, and Bob Barker during one of the commercial breaks said, "Hey, so you guys play paintball, huh? What's that?" And BC says, "It's laser tag, Bob." Bob's like, "Okay, that sounds stupid."
$666, Bob.
Yeah. Wah, 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 wah.
Okay, I'm gonna call it here in the interest of moving on from this one because we still haven't gotten the right answer. And
Well, I mean, it's crazy if you think they're going to get it within less than $5,000.
you should see the numbers that are coming in here. It was not 666. That was you had to be there on the Price is Right. So the winner is going to be Mr. J. Stu with $950,000. J. Stu is the winner. He guessed $950,000. He guessed it. That was the first one I saw. Lots of 600s, lots of 700s. The correct answer is actually $945,388 and let's see how many cents. Let me look at the spreadsheet here, and probably 0 cents I would assume. Yeah, 40 cents.
You
40
must have
cents.
done a great job investing to get that maybe, let's see, what would your share of that be? Maybe 50,000 or so.
Yeah.
Turn that 50,000 into 10 million. You must. Is Kyle your financial advisor?
Yes, Dogecoin to the moon.
That's how you did it.
That's how we did it. We were early investors into cryptocurrency. So
Early investor Shiba Inu.
So that's actually I was excited to see that because now I have like another goal, right? Like we got to get to 1 million. We got to get Dynasty up to the $1 million mark on the winnings.
Dude, we have to.
We have to. So ice those. Yeah, I don't know, Houdini. I want to say there might have been a little discrepancy in the accounting of why we had an extra 40 cents in there. That's a strange deal. But I will tell you, one.
Did you count the cash we won in Russia that time?
No, I didn't, because that was cash. I'll add that to the. I can add that to the pile. That's plus 10.
10K.
10K in cash. That guy, a Russian guy, sent somebody on a motorcycle up and said, "Whoever wins gets this."
Yeah. We ended communism that trip.
We ended communism in that trip. That's true. And then what was it? It was we won the PSP World Cup, and that was $25,000. Then we got a $10,000 bonus from JT, and then another like $10,000 for the series. Then we road trip to Key West. Then we went to Miami, played the Miami event, and the first place for that Miami event was $50,000. So in one 10-day span, I believe the team raked in like just under $100,000 in prize money.
What
and
happened?
contingencies.
What happened?
I don't know. I was gonna ask Tom Cole that question. What happened? Why are the entry
Dude,
fees?
it's not Tom Know. Tom Cole's one of the good guys. Man.
I know. Well, that's why I want him on the shows, because I want to show everybody he is the good guy, and I truly do believe that. while some people just need fingers to point and people to blame, and the CEO and the coach always wear it. That's
true.
That's the truth of it all. So Jay Stu is the winner of that one, and then
Nice, Jay Stu. Nice.
there we go,
Did
Jay Stu.
win those goggles and like never claim them?
No, that wasn't Jay Stu. Jay Stu, let's see. Jay Stu has claimed, I believe, pretty much all of his prizes, but he hasn't won in a while. He won a lot in the very beginning, and then
Jay
everybody
Stu's back, baby.
Jay Stu's
Got
back
yourself a
now.
headband.
Yeah, I think he was feeling the heat. He was feeling the heat from a while ago. He won some
Back.
goggles in
You got a
January.
headband covered in dog hair.
All right, so congratulations to Jay Stu. I'm gonna spin the wheel so that way you can go. Steve Segovia said, "Have you ever noticed there's more horses asses in the world than there are horses?"
Yeah, I'm definitely a +1 on that. Hey, Steve, my man. Huge shout out to Steve for helping us out this weekend. Always, Steve and Trig, Steve and Trig are always there for us.
Yeah.
Making sure the paint is cool and crisp and shooting straight and everything is taken care of. So,
Yeah.
thanks to our pit crew, Vic and those guys,
Vic,
and
it was,
everyone else who was out there supporting. It definitely would not run as smooth without you guys.
Yeah, it was. We had Steve, Vic, and Chris, who are our regulars. They're out there all the time. And then we had Bethany. It was her first NXL event. Loyal Blue Fox. For those of you guys who don't know, you see her in the chats there. She was a huge help. And then Hunter Riordan also came out and was a big help. I was gasping for air one of the points in the finals at the end, and I was like, Hunter, come here, take my gun, get some air, chrono it, and run it over to me, please.
Hunter, give me CPR.
So big, huge shout out to everybody who was a part in helping any pro team, any team. And for those of you guys who are coming to events, hit up Vic or Steve, and we can help you guys, possibly get you guys in the pit. I know that Bethany and Hunter are planning on coming to the next ones, and I know that Steve will also be there, and hopefully Chris will be there, because you guys make it happen. Make it happen.
And anything like this, I mean, whether it's paintball or, any type of sport or professional thing, there's always people behind the scenes that are making it work. I mean, it would not be functional without the collective group of people that helps out for Dynasty. And, we're not paying anybody. They're just coming to do it because they like being involved, and we're, happy to have you guys. So thanks a lot. There goes Corey, the guy who took my gold coin. Straight shooting Corey.
Straight shooting.
Yeah. You're live on the webcam.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Corey, congrats. Must have
He's
been
on the
easy.
scoreboard. He's on the scoreboard.
Yeah, the coin that I got from Alex was pretty easy also. What's the next event? So the next event for the NXL will be in Chicago, actually. The next event will be in Chicago.
That's always a good one.
Quinn Nadu, I did laundry in the same washing machine as Dynasty at the end. Was I a part of their success? Absolutely, Quinn. Hey, Quinn, if you have Marcelo's sock, Marcelo is missing a sock from the laundry, and he's pretty upset about it. He mentioned it to me in the car ride this morning and last night. If anybody has found Marcelo's missing sock, I think it was his left sock. He had to borrow one of mine. It was left in the laundry in one of the laundries.
Yeah, shout out to Quinn. I mean, Quinn is a writer for ProPaintball.com, so go check out ProPaintball.com. There's a lot of great content on there. He's also a player and a community member, and quite a talented writer. So, Quinn, shout out to you. Great seeing you this weekend, and look forward to working with you in the future.
There we go. Yeah, hey, and Quinn, I'm sorry. Shoot me an email or a DM. I swear I'm going to get back to you. I swear.
Like,
I
shoot
promise.
me an email. I promise I won't respond to it. And
Big
then,
tuna.
hopefully I never see you in person.
Yep, big. Hopefully we don't have an awkward conversation about me not responding to your emails.
I'll go over that with you later.
Okay, I'm gonna jump over here to the wheel because we're gonna get Kyle on the horn here in a second. So I'm going to spin the wheel right now, and this one's going to be for the third Hormesis headband. Yeah? All right. Bear with me 1 second. We are going over to the second screen. And everybody's names who have signed up is on there right now. And we are booming right now, guys. So want to thank you guys a ton for the support. And this is how we show it. Spinning the wheel every week for multiple prizes. This one right here, courtesy of Hormesis Headband Company, is going to Mr. Maku, M-A-K-U. M-A-K-U. Mr. Maku, Hormesis is
Congratulations.
the winner. Hell yeah, you're going to get,
Your fashion problems are over.
if you haven't gotten the drop, we're going to give you a round of applause, I think. Does the round of applause work here? I don't know. Could just be blasting air horns. All right. Also, guys, just so you know I sound like a broken record, but you would be surprised to see this screen here. How many people go with unclaimed prizes? We've got Hormesis headbands unclaimed. We've had goggles unclaimed. We've got tons of signed cards unclaimed. Andrew Salas, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I promise you there will be more headbands and cool stuff, and your name is on there. And
all you have to do is tune in next week, and if you want to win something, I would get your mom, your sister, your cousin's dog, their dog friends, their cat friends, their mouse friends, and their cheese friends to all be contributors and get on that wheel.
yeah, so set up all those troll accounts and then sign up for a membership. That way you maximize your ability to start winning some stuff. And then also, I do know that if this bag of goodies that I'm going to be giving away, I know this looks like this is actually a Hormesis little satchel right here. It's got a signed card. It's got a signed NXL lanyard courtesy of Steve Segovia. If this goes to Steve Segovia, I believe it is going to be forwarded to our man Ryan Cozy, who actually also got blessed up with a Hormesis headband as well. And then the whole point of me sending out cards to everybody, a bunch of random signed cards, is because I want you guys to start trading in them. I want you guys to start talking to each other and saying, hey, I got too many Ryan Greenspan cards. I'm looking for a Tyler Harmon card. I'm looking for an Alex Fragy card.
I want to make a quick correction to what we said before. Victor Gamboa is not a part of the officially part of the pit crew. He is technically a player on the team. So
that's right.
Victor Gamboa, shout out to you. You have been activated because of the injuries that have been plaguing the team. So get your Rascal or your Segway ready. You are going to the corner in Chicago.
Yeah, he was ready. He was suited up and ready. And also Vic has got some. He came out and said he's got a bunch of really cool giveaways that he wants to do. Specifically, you guys got to be following G2 and you guys got to be following Gamboa Limited on Instagram. He actually picked a winner today from the Instagram, and it is Mr. Tyler CZPB, which is from the Vegas Brawlers. So Tyler's gonna be winning a special bit of G2 merch. And I know that Vic wanted to give away a bunch of stuff for the Combine last year, but we didn't get him to that milestone on Instagram. So that's what we're going to be doing. And I talked to him, and he said he's got some really big giveaways. So make sure you guys are following Victor Gamboa on Instagram. It's Gamboa Limited, and it's or G2 Paintball on Instagram. He's going to be picking winners every week to give away special prizes. And there's one really big prize that he's going to be giving away. And he's also donated a jersey and a Hormesis, a coin to a coin for today's show as well. So stick and stay tuned for that. James Hall wants to be activated on the roster. Well, we will talk about some roster stuff actually next week on the show about the plans for depth after everybody's injury reports are in, after you come back from the doctors, after I come back from the doctors, after Arturo comes back from the doctora, and then I'm back from or whatever, Dalton's back from his. So and yes, Michael Cruz, G2 did get its name from Gamboa and Glaze, two of the guys who run the G2 program. along with Brandon Unger.
Is that true? It's G2 because Glaze and Gamboa.
Blaze and Gamboa, yeah.
Huh. I never knew that.
Yep. There we go. There we go.
That's why I tune in to learn things.
There we
It's Spick
go.
Span Show.
Everybody learns.
Bits of knowledge that I can use in my life.
All right, man. Well, thank you very much for coming out. Thank you. We appreciate all of the donations, and I always like talking to you.
Yeah, that's what you say, but I know the truth.
Yeah, just don't watch the show afterwards because I'm going to be talking about you behind your back.
I'm just glad to be back with my my 1-month-old baby because he cries less than you. I love all you guys. Great, thanks for the support. We're gonna keep fighting for you through thick and thin because that's what we do. And great show. Keep it up, Ren. You don't need Kyle. He's a schmuck.
All right, and with that said, Kyle, we're gonna call Kyle right now.
The Span and Span Show.
Span and Fragi Span, Frage Span.
See you, boys.
All right, dude. Okay, so don't go anywhere. I'm gonna get Kyle on the horn. Like I said, I've got 3 more card giveaways. I also have a microfiber giveaway. I've got a G2 jersey and a coin duel coin that is gonna be coming your way right now. I'm actually gonna just have Kyle call in here at the moment and get him on the horn because I want to get Kyle's take on the finals. Kyle actually played really, really well out there. Him and Mouse were a really good 1-2 punch, and they kind of turned it up at the end there to get themselves moving on that one. So hats off to them. I kind of wasn't sure. It was really close to see who was going to win that one, but obviously I was hoping that we were going to be in there. Although who knows how our bodies were going to hold up running up there on that ground for that much longer. Just really quickly, I want to go over a couple of other pretty cool little factoids here that we have from Lori. This was actually a really big weekend for the BKI camp and the BKI crew. Not only did the AG Knights, Kyle and I did a clinic with them not too long ago. They're out of AG Paintball in New Hampshire. Eric is the owner. They took second in D3 X-Ball. Blast Camp took second in Semi-Pro. They lost to the Annapolis A-Team. Jackson Frey from Team USA in the U19 captain is on that team. Also Blast Camp, I believe that Tyler and Marcelo are going to be doing a clinic there pretty soon. Next month, I believe. Then we have that G2 clinic happening in August at Bro Army. That's going to be Vic Gamboa, Rusty Glaze, Brandon Unger, and Tyler Harmon. Here we go. Kyle Spicka on, there he is. There he is. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to get this brightness up here. Sorry, I was washed out on Alex. What up, dude? How's the vacation?
Going well. Today's day 1.
Day one
I'm
with
not
mom?
sure yeah, my mom just left to go to the store, and I wasn't sure how to get the Wi-Fi working, so I was trying to get the comments up here so I could read it as I FaceTime, but I don't know if that's gonna work.
Where are you right now? Where are you guys?
So I'm in Alexandria, Virginia, which is I grew up in. It's right outside of Washington D.C. I'm in the backyard right now. It's actually pretty luscious backyard.
There we go. It looks it looks like how the Mid-Atlantic Open was supposed to look.
Yeah, there's actually
there's actually grass.
You see this big tree right here?
Uh-huh.
Remember I was telling you, Ryan, that big tree I used to climb?
Yep, there we go. There he is. You got to get up.
That one.
Get up there.
Yeah.
Climb it for old time's sake.
I should climb it, but my grandma cut all the branches down at the bottom that you need to get up there with. They were too close to the house, I guess.
Yeah, that's because she knew you were coming. She didn't want you to climb up there and fall off. Val Valerio stands stationed in Quantico. He says he loves Alexandria. One other guy, Colin, is in Arlington. Dude, you missed it. Alex just gave away 3 headbands.
Really?
Yeah. 3 Hormesis headbands right there.
Dang.
On the Spick and Span Show. Huge come up.
That's awesome.
Steve Segovia is right
big.
down the road from you as well.
Wow.
And
Everyone lives over here.
Yeah. And Henny, to answer your questions, we've only spun the wheel one time, so we're gonna spin it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more times.
Nice.
6 more times. So, real quick, while you're out there, man, I wanna get your take on because you've been kind of playing long enough to have played on lousy surfaces also before turf was like the norm. How did you feel about the ground?
So to be completely transparent, actually, I went through like a whole mental phase of dealing with the ground, going from, so on practice on Thursday, this was a field where I was like, I kind of felt like I found my groove towards the, our last 2 prelim games and on Sunday, but through the practices, like I was crushing on this field. Like I was running all over the place. Like, sliding was a huge advantage to me. I was making it to spots that other people weren't able to make, including Mouse. Like I don't know if it was just because Mouse was a little bit taller and they could see him going to certain spots. But so when I saw the grounds on Thursday, on my first dive on Thursday into the snake, I kinked my neck, like whiplashing my body, because I didn't like fully commit to the dive, and it launched me back and kind of jarred my neck. And after that, I was like, really in my head, like, man, this tournament's gonna be awful. And I was going in this tournament like, this is my one to shine. Like, this is, I'm gonna take it all this tournament. And I think I was even telling you, I was like, dude, I feel really good on this field layout. And so that was a huge bummer. And I had a really bad practice. I got shot, like, we played Infamous and you guys.
Yeah.
And I was like non-existent. I got shot off the break like probably 70% of the time. I was only playing like 1 out of 3 points because Dave didn't want to like run me into the ground. So I was pretty like mentally in a bad spot. And I had a pretty long talk with Nick Laval and Mouse, and they're like, you're going to be fine. It's just a mental game. Like, just don't even think about it. And then as soon as that first match started, I just launched myself 100% on the ground, and it was fine. And I just kept doing that, and it ended up being fine. But it was definitely pretty rough conditions. It was like you'd stick. I just tried to like kind of bounce is, I guess, the best way I could put it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people soil sampled, and I knew that was going to happen because it was so sticky. You really had to, like, whenever I ran and dove, I first of all, I always run to the left side with my gun in my left hand, always, no matter what. But out here, most of the time, I ran with my gun in my right hand because I knew I had to dive, and just diving with that right hand, I know I can get. I know I'm just stronger in this right hand, which is kind of like contrary to anything we teach and what we tell people. But because the ground was so sticky, and because I had to lay it out so hard, so when you're diving into something that's more sticky, you have to like propel yourself forward so much harder. You got to accelerate so much harder off that explosiveness, and when that gravity takes over, that just to get through that position. And you're not going to slide. You don't have it like how we practiced Aftermath on the Ironman field, which is the nicest turf you're ever going to play on, bar none. And you can slide 20, 30 feet every time you dive. And then next thing you know, we're out there. So, but at the same time, we're not super spoiled. Well, I mean, we are spoiled because we only really practice on turf, but we've played on the dirt enough. Like, you played in Velocity when you were coming up a little bit here and there. And I played at SC Village back in the day. Like, that's what it was. And while it does suck to have to do that, that's the one variable that you can't control when you travel to major events. And a lot of that, like I said, we're gonna have Tom Cole on the show next week, and I'm gonna get you guys who are listening to this to send me some of your questions that you guys would like to ask him in particular. But that's one of the variables that are so hard to control, right? And that's the thing, is like, even when you're playing on turf, like Dave Baines' field, diving on that is kind of sticky. He's obviously going to clean it up a little bit and make sure it's more manicured for that Sacramento event. But you go to different types of turf and you don't know what you're going to get. If it's raining one day, if it's not, at Pendleton before Victory took over, and before Fran was out there cleaning the fields, like, you might hit a patch that was like sandpaper, and then the other side, you know, the turf is rolled up, and then down on the other side it's like completely slick. And so dealing with all of that is really tough. So you just kind of got to practice for all that.
Yeah, and you know, another thing was the dust. I was watching because we had those afternoon games.
Yeah.
I was watching everyone carry dust as they were crawling to that 50 snake, and I was thinking like, man, how am I gonna be able to avoid that? So I remember the first time I slid in there, I crawled like 2 moves, and then I instantly like looked back to see if it put up any cloud. And because of the way I crawled, like I kind of like just dead leg my back legs and just use my hands. And I lifted up my toes. It wasn't causing any dust to come up. So that was a huge plus. Like I remember coming back into the pit, and A-Rod's like, dude, how did you do that? No dust came up. Everyone else was making dust. I was like, I don't know. I just didn't dig my legs into the ground.
Yeah, I was super conscious about that also. You know, a lot of people didn't even think about it. I remember I was talking to Brandon Unger because when he was playing the Russians in the prelims, and Moly slid. He was in that first W, kind of wrapped around Moly, like dust cloud following him, like that kid on the Peanuts on Snoopy, and he slid into that 50 and immediately wrapped around and like shuffled over, and there's a big massive dust cloud came across him, and Unger didn't even see it, and then Moly obviously shot him out, and I was like, man, you got to pay attention to that sort of stuff because that's huge. Alex was like, we didn't get a chance to do it because after the rain, it wasn't really dusty anymore. But Alex was like, you know what we should do is when you're in that, get to that wedge and get low and start shooting the ground going up to that 50. And then you're going to see the dust cloud come up into that 50 and it'll lure people in. It's like a elevated version of the pod trick.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was saying everyone should shoot the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Alex was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. But it was it was cool. I mean, I wasn't as bad as I thought that it was going to be after that Thursday practice. But it was bad there was a lot of injuries.
Yeah, there were a lot of injuries, but thinking, well, I actually asked Tom on Sunday if there were an abnormal amount of injuries, and he said no more than normal. But looking back on, I think Cody Bayless hurt himself, Dalton and Alex all hurt themselves, but Dalton and Alex's injuries didn't have anything to do with the ground conditions, and Cody also had a hamstring injury. He did scorpion pretty hard going into that D3, but he ended up pulling his hamstring, so I don't know if he hurt himself in route into that. So yeah, and I believe Trevor, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that the X Factor guy is Cody Bayless had a hamstring injury. I'm not sure, but looking at it what's that?
Peyton from the Ironman.
Oh, what happened to him?
Well, I think he had a hamstring, and then I thought he had like some type of ankle thing, but maybe it was just a hamstring. And then Keith obviously dislocated his finger.
Oh.
His thumb.
Oh, I didn't know
hear about that? Yeah, he it was hanging, and he pulled it out, and it went back in.
Oh.
And then he had it like basically wrapped in this baseball glove for their last match on Sunday on their prelim, or Saturday on their prelim game, just so they could because they needed to win that because they lost to ML King.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was maybe a lot of them are contributed to like previous injuries, but I don't think the ground is helping whatsoever. Too,
right,
you know?
right. Yeah, I mean,
like it's definitely,
and it's also easy to place that blame, right? It's easy to point a finger at that is the culprit. If it was perfectly manicured grass where you slid right in, where there was no worry about sticking, tripping, falling, and having that momentum roll over, then my injury was in when I injured myself. It was in the Riverside Open. And the ground wasn't incredibly flat. You know, there was that weird dip in the middle back in 2012 or something like that when we got relegated. And I'm like, I hurt my knee obviously because I was kind of like in that low part. But no, that's not. I would have done it no matter where I was. It was just the movement that I made. So, I mean, it's easy to point that finger there, but at the end of the day, you know, it's one of those things that. We wish that the conditions were better, but were they unplayable? It was way better than I thought it was. When I was looking at it on those pictures, I thought that there were actual ruts in there, and it wasn't even like It was completely flat. The ground was soft. It was just really sticky.
Yeah.
You're playing on clay.
Yeah, then after Thursday, too, I was like, man, I was thinking this is going to be even worse. Like, imagine playing fully on this, a whole tournament. But it ended up being okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know how, jumping to the way the field played, I don't know how much you guys already kind of went over it, but I thought it was a pretty interesting layout in the sense that there was, and I think we talked about it in the show before we went to the tournament, there was so many variables that were you couldn't control. So you had to, if you wanted to do something, you kind of had to give up something. And whether or not,
Yeah. I
don't know how much the webcast really told that story to anyone, that hadn't played on the layout. But it was definitely, it was a pretty wild layout because you had to give up something based on if you didn't think that the other team was going to exploit that,
For sure.
And that's where that, huge double reverse psychology deception came into play by the good teams. It's like, okay, we didn't do that at all this last match. Maybe they think that we're not going to do it, and then it's like maybe they think we're giving it up. Like, during our heat match, they always went. A lot of times, Tyler held up in the back center and didn't go out to that snake cake. Although he did go out quickly, that left a hole open on the Dorito side for us to go straight up to those middle bunkers.
Yeah.
Tyler wasn't directly in that cake shooting across. And that was something that I kind of wish we had exploited a little bit more. I know we did it a couple times, but I thought that was something that kind of...
Yeah, you're right. That was one of their big holes, and that was something that we were trying to exploit. It took a long time for our guys to kind of get into that rhythm, right? It was like, hey, we know that if it's two in the back center, they're going Mishka and Federov out. There's only one over there. One time we did a quick release with Yosh, but Chad dove into that God bunker that you always go to and looked inside and roasted him. And then the other, then there was 3 or 4 other missed opportunities going in there to get Tyler. We never shot Tyler on the fill, and you knew exactly what he was going to do. He shoots and delays. Yeah. So it's like, I don't want to say he's a free kill, but it was like, that was one of the better opportunities to be able to shoot somebody because you knew exactly what he was going to do. I know I went out wide. I think Marcelo did shoot him once. He went to that snake tall cake, and I said if Tyler and Ryan are both in there, go in there and just wrap. So I think we got him once like that. I got Ryan once like that in one of the points. Just a quick wrap and just don't even worry about that other stuff. But then again, if you're not looking inside, then Fedorov's standing in our Dorito. So it was like, and that's what you're talking about. You do one thing to based on what they're doing, and then they end up attacking in this other opportunity. Was the time that he decided to roll the dice. So.
Yeah. And honestly, too, I don't even we had, although we did have a pretty good prelims, and we won every match besides that Ironman match that was a grinder match. But we were kind of still torn on are we really playing this field how it should be played? And I think that was all across the board, not just our team. You could see it with those. I feel like this field was a little bit different because there was not really a full way to that the best teams out there could prevent themselves from losing points, even if they played a perfect match. You saw with those huge upsets, ML Kings, beating Damage, having a close game with you guys. And NYX, having, not that they were, that they shouldn't be where they are, especially how long they've been in the league, but, they played some really good paintball and they caused some upsets. I mean, Aftermath, took Russians out. There was it was a very interesting field in that, if you weren't adapting right away, you could lose the on paper, the worst team could beat the best team in my eyes. And I thought that was a pretty cool aspect about the field. But, going back to, we had a really, really long meeting after Saturday's prelims that we're we got to get this together or we're not going to go far in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same thing, probably same conversation we were having.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, and we went out there and we handled, and it was unfortunate. It was a tough loss. Obviously, everyone, it's cool to win that back to back. But we're, still happy with where we got to, especially going after, coming out of prelims, how we were in that mindset. And then
you guys definitely had the easier of the prelim brackets.
Yeah.
And didn't face any adversity until you really like got to that final round.
Yeah.
You guys, yeah.
And then, I think Dave saw something too. It's funny because and nothing wrong with that with the call, but the intention was I was gonna play the first point with Mouse, and it was just a last minute call because we wanted to do a shot, and I trust Matt's shot. He has an incredible shot, and we were trying to do something. So we made a last minute call, and then he started, and then it ended up just Mouse and him got shot off the break. Whether who knows, maybe if it was me or Matt, maybe I get shot off the break too, same thing. But I don't know if that kind of threw me off or just put me out or just sent the paintball energy weird. But I don't even think that I had the best finals, which kind of was I took pretty hard because I had an amazing tournament in my eyes, and it was kind of a bummer to me that I felt like I wasn't able to help as much as I could have in that final match, just how everything went, and we had some long points that took too much time off the clock and whatnot.
Yep. I did see that.
Yeah. So, but it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, it could have gone, I guess, either way, but again, we were just saying that Federov was playing out of his mind.
He was
undeniably, for sure the MVP there. I might be losing. Might have just lost the stream.
I see it. I see it spinning. You might have to cut it, huh?
Yeah, we might need to go to the wheel here and talk about the rest of this stuff here in a little bit. The computer's always working on overtime, and once it hits that 90-minute mark, it's saying, huh. Yeah, these guys, everybody's saying that you did have a great tournament, and we have to look at the PB results, or what do you call it? Oh,
the
16 kills
for
were up.
I already looked at it right after you beat me.
Damn, I just saw that.
Yeah.
Spanky's nice to said that. I didn't know. I figured you for sure had me.
Yeah. You know what's wild is Mouse almost got the golden barrel from
I know. I saw that.
Yeah, he was behind a couple points.
I did see that. Yeah. If you know what, I'll give it hats off to Mouse. I don't know, maybe listening to me or not, or if that was his mentality, but he played way more aggressive in that match than he did any of the other matches. So maybe he was saving the juice. But I was like, Mouse.
Well, it's funny.
Yeah. Good.
Go ahead. He was just it was funny because I was usually playing the one.
Right.
And all through practice, everything, I was the one either going to the 50 snake or going into the middle and switching it. And then come Sunday, he was like, nah, I'm feeling it. I'm gonna keep playing the one. And then afterwards, he's like, dude, sorry, I know I kind of forced you into that too, and that wasn't your spot. But I was just feeling it, and he was playing amazing. And I kept being like, where are you gonna go? He's like, I'm going back to the snake. And I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, he was making it in there, and he was getting the job done, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
Getting the job set.
I mean, I think he won that Chad and him battle. Almost every point. But they kind of outplayed us on other areas, especially we had some I think 2 or 3 penalties on the Dorito side, which hurt us. So.
Yeah. Everybody seems to like that.
Game.
For sure.
Yeah.
That was good having both of you guys up there. I think that you needed to have 2 attackers. You needed to have 2 guys that were willing and ready to get into that spot and knew how to play.
Yeah, and the ability. I thought that it people didn't know if we were going to run that tower, which you guys call the God, or that corner.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we were both out there, we were constantly running to all those spots. So it's like, okay, well, which one of those 3 zones do we shoot at right now?
Yeah.
Which gave us some.
I always said, I was just kind of telling Marcelo and Yosh, whoever was shooting, I go, look, let them have the corner. I don't want them up in those 100, the front 2 or 3 spots and into that 50 snake. Because if we can get to that 50 snake before them and we know we can slow them down in the corner, that's how you have the ability to really hit that offense offensive posture. So if you're in that God bunker, that tall stand up, and in that 50 snake, and they're still in the corner, and we can get that wrap going and just get a couple trades or a couple kills really quickly, we can jump back in there with that second body and then fill the third one out, you know, and really try to get those kills on the outside. So that's kind of like what my mentality and my mindset was on that one. But then Federov had other plans for us, for everybody for that matter. So
yeah.
That's
That
funny.
was he played a pretty phenomenal tournament. I remember him and Mishka both hit me with like one balls on
the move,
really fast moves where I saw him come through the gap and I was like, oh, that's not gonna hit me, and then I'm like, wow, that was pretty incredible.
Yeah, that same thing happened to me when I was up in the middle. Mishka bounced me twice off the break, in like 2 points in a row, and then in that final point we played, I was like wrapped around in the 50 brick, and he was running out wide, didn't even see me, and then I started shooting at him. He just raised up and shot one ball. It went like I wasn't even out far. I was like super tight. Just hit me in the fucking
Dude, he
tank.
did the same thing to me. I was
like
in that
running this way, turned his gun that way, and shot and like hit me.
Yeah,
So-
there was one point I was in the Snake Tower and we'd shot Federov, and I see him release from the Dorito keg, so I instantly released to the middle to that big brick on the Snake side. He dove in as I'm running there, and then shot through. There was like that pin in the middle, and there was probably a gap. It couldn't have been
Right.
bigger than like a foot, and he hit me with one ball through that gap. Like he dove, saw me, and picked his gun up. Incredible timing, like with one ball, and I was like, "How did he just do that? Am I making this up?" Wild. So, that's thoughts to them. They played a good game. You know, there's no excuses. They played a great game, and I think they beat us. They played a good game.
For sure.
All right.
Well, right on, man. Well, thanks for joining us. Say hi to Mom, and we're gonna give away a bunch of stuff right now. I got a ton of stuff. Actually, I know that I don't know what you're doing with your medals, but we gave one of the medals to Loyal Blue Fox out at the event as like a thank you for her and Steve and obviously because not all the guys really wanted them, and they gave us a bunch of these medals. So I saw how much. Yeah, she was. I mean, you know, our pit crew and our staff are just as much part of the team and instrumental in our wins. You know, you can see that we gave World Cup rings to pretty much everybody on the roster at the last when we won World Cup, and we gave one of these medals to Bethany, and she was so like happy and just so excited about it. And I was like, oh man, I see how much that sort of thing kind of means to everybody. So I actually I grabbed a couple extras, so I'm gonna give away one of these medals right now as well. So this is on the list of items that we're giving away here in a minute. So I'm gonna spin the wheel for this.
That's a gift to give away.
Yeah, and I know I said I was gonna give away one a while back, and someone was like, "Man, that's rad." So I mean, these things are really cool. Definitely good keepsakes. You know, I've got a lot of medals, and I do cherish the medals, and I usually keep them. But the third place ones, you know, I don't mind taking the second place ones. I'll hold on to those as like a thing, but I don't know. I don't have a place in my heart for the third place medals. And I do keep every single medal, every single jersey from every single year. I keep all my Signature Series guns, so I do have a large collection that Vic Gamboa is helping me to curate and keep as a present to Sloan when she gets older. So hopefully she thinks I'm cool when I get older, because she's going to have a treasure trove of paintball history and memorabilia. And actually that reminds me, there was a question earlier on from Ricky Edwards about a Paintball Hall of Fame, and that's something that we're talking about doing. It is a bit of work to get that off the ground, but I do want to do something like that for World Cup, and I know that I've talked to you about it too. And get like the guys who have the best paintball collections. Vic, you know, Andy Horvath has like 450 jerseys or something like that. I know that John Dresser has a lot of stuff. Vic has like yours and Scott's. He has Scott's very last Ironman set up and yours as well, head to toe. So I think that's like cool. Put that on a mannequin, you know. Like that's a really cool kind of setup to be able to put out there and like kind of show off, and then hold like a Hall of Fame of some sort for real. So maybe we're gonna be able to do something like that. But in the meantime, one of you guys is going away with a Mid-Atlantic major medal. So there we go. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna jump over to the wheel, Kyle, I'll let you go. Get back to
right.
vacay with everybody.
Cool. I'll see you guys back. See you back soon next week.
All right, dude. See you. Yeah, Kyle. Oh, don't worry about it. Fortkey sent us some really good stuff to eat. I've got a jar of pickled pig's feet right here. We've got Carolina Reaper gumballs, which we swore we never. I don't know why we keep getting the hot stuff. And I saw an Amazon list of order stuff. We still have a ton of other awful things coming. So next week, that's how that's going down.
Oh man.
So you might want to stay out there indefinitely.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah, and then Patch has a bunch of jerseys too. So yeah. All right, man. Well, enjoy your time with your mom, and I will see you when you get home.
All right.
All right.
Later, guys.
See ya. All right, guys. There's Kyle signing off. So again, real quick before I jump over to the wheel, we are stocked up on names on this thing. So that's why I want to give away a bunch of stuff. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 items to give away on the wheel. So that'll be 8 total giveaway items to maximize your guys' chances. Someone's going to be going away with a G2 athlete jersey right here, courtesy of G2 Paintball and Bic Gamboa. And again, more chances to win throughout the week. Okay, like I said, there was a winner this week, so you got to follow at Gamboa Limited and at G2 Paintball on Instagram, and we're gonna get those follower counts up on those 2 accounts. And there's a massive prize that he's talking about giving away. I'm not gonna share it right now. I don't wanna share the news yet, but it's pretty cool. So make sure you guys are following those 2 accounts throughout the week. He's gonna send me a screenshot or a message of who the winner is, and we'll announce it in next week's show and get you guys loaded up on as much free stuff as I possibly can get you. And then I want to also mention to you guys, I know that a lot of you have seen those Opkix cameras. There's a link in the description below. You can use my discount code. It's Greenspan 2021. All the proceeds are going to the Spick Span Show to upgrade the viewer experience and to dial in as many prizes as we possibly can and get the shipping costs taken care of for all you guys. The Opkix camera is pretty cool. It's that little barrel mounted camera that I've been playing with. I know a lot of the infamous guys were competing with it. I didn't compete with it. Just something in my mind that I didn't want to do. So I don't know. I just like keeping things exactly how it always is. But super small, really lightweight, and super easy to use, 1080p, and you get every single accessory that they make, and 5 barrel mounts as well. So just in case you lose them, I'm fairly certain I'm going to be losing mine pretty soon anyway, so I'm going to have to get some more. But you get loaded up on there. There's a link in the description below to get that and all sorts of other good stuff. So I'm going to jump over to the wheel right now. And I'm just going to be auto triggering these things. I'm going to be rapid firing. So I'm going to go signed cards. Okay, we got 2 of those. And then we've got the satchel, courtesy of Mr. Steve Segovia. Then I'm going to go to, this was actually given to us, this is a charity. It is Paintballers for the Puzzle. It's a charity organization out there. So you're going to get a lanyard and a nice little microfiber cloth. Then we're going to go with the coin duel. And then we are going to go with the G2 jersey. And then the final will be the Mid-Atlantic medal. All right. So without further ado, I want to thank you guys for your support. And we're going to go and jump over to the next window. So best of luck to everybody. I'm going to start spinning. You can't win twice. I'm not going to take your name off the list, but you guys get it. Here we go. Coming up. Big winner. Coming here soon. All right, this is going to be for Ryan Greenspan and Dalton. Oh, Alex Fragi almost won. Alex Ospina. All right. And it looks like these are all in alphabetical order. Again, if you guys don't see your name on the list for any reason, let me know. And I will get you on there, and I will probably give you guys something as well. Curtis Kearney. Okay, this one right here, we're going to give to, the next one is going to be the satchel given from Steve Segovia. It's got a card, it's got a lanyard, it's got a bunch of other stuff in it. This has gone unclaimed 3 weeks in a row. Icy, is it Icy or is it Bandito? Icy FN. Yeah, there we go. Icy FN, congrats. So I'm going to go on to the halfway mark here. Okay, those were the first 3 prizes right there. So I want to make sure everybody's still in there. Thank you, Steve Frazier. I'm going to give everybody right now a massive air horn. Steve, my guy. Thank you that. Appreciate the support. Also, remember, if you guys are Mega Support status members, email me a photo of yourselves or a logo for a team. I'll get you guys immortalized onto... Uh-oh, am I losing you guys? I'm going to get you guys immortalized onto the emoji section. Big thank you to all of the donors and supporters. I'm losing you guys. 4-key. Dynasty Recovery Fund. Mr. Chad Tobin, let me see. Yes, Chad Tobin, you are on there. Uh-oh, I'm losing you guys. My computer is sucking up more power than it is being given from the wall outlet. So that's what's going on right now. So I'm going to be spinning these things. Just so you guys also know, Jeremy Garcia, microfiber. Also, just so you guys know, we are now officially on Spotify. So you guys can check us out on Spotify, the Spick Span Show. If you guys are listening to this or watching this in a secondary fashion, you guys can also do this on all audio only. Wizard XXVI. Alrighty. I'm not sure if I'm still frozen or not, but this is going to be for the G2 jersey, courtesy of Victor Gamboa and G2 Paintball. You guys can go out to the Utah Bro Army Camp. Oh, Gene Fountain. Alrighty. Okay, real quick here. Oh, we're back. Okay, we're back. Hey, shout out to Dizon. Shout out to 4-key. Shout out to everybody on the crew that's shooting out the donations there. I appreciate that. Oops. That's what the back end of everything looks like right there. Thank you guys. All right, so we are going to be giving away the medal right now. Really quickly, August 13th weekend at the Bro Army. You guys can sign up. There's a 2-day G2 clinic. Make sure you guys drink a lot of water before you go into that one. We're actually going to have Vic Gamboa on the Monday after that one. That's going to be in August because we want him to... I want to know how those Utah crew has been shaping up. So anybody from Utah in the Bro Army camp, if you thought my clinic was a little tough for the conditioning aspect, make sure you guys are training for that. And you do want to get in shape. I mean, I'll tell you what, I could have definitely benefited from a G2 workout weeks prior to this one. Marcelo and I were just talking about how we can work and condition for conditions like we just were in. So, all right, that is almost it. Okay, moment of truth. 3rd place medal right here. I want to thank Loyal Blue Fox for inspiring me to give this away. Bethany, heck of a job this weekend, and again, heck of a job for everybody who was out there at the event playing in those conditions. It was really hot. It rained. That sucked. Yeah. So the winner of the jersey was Gene Fountain. The winner of the coin was Wizard XXVI. The winner of the micro was Jeremy, and the lanyard is Jeremy Garcia. Then it was ICFN, Curtis Kearney, and Alex Ospina for the signed cards. All right, here we go. This is it. And remember, if you guys did miss it, we are on Spotify. Okay? It's exciting. I'm excited. So the #1 paintball YouTube live show on YouTube about paintball that's live. is now on Spotify. Probably the number 2 or 3 podcast. You know, there's that other one that we compete with, the PTG guys, who do a heck of a job. Check out Play the Game podcast. There's a PTG podcast. Check them out. Support them. And listen to their show. We're like a TMZ and a game show. They're like a real production. But I do believe that PTG is getting new mics. And if they get new mics, we're buying their mics so you guys can have a better audio experience. Because that's what we're trying to do, is give you guys better experience all around. Let's spin the wheel. I know I'm talking too much here. Talking too much. Battery's draining. This is for the Mid-Atlantic Major. Medal going to Joel. Almost to Jeff Santo. Joel, go. Mr. Joel, go. Congratulations, my friend. Dude, epic. We're getting an air horn for this right now. Congratulations to everybody who just won. Congratulations to everybody who is a fan of the show, a fan of paintball. We thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you, Hormesis. Alex Fragi just went huge on the giveaways. We got 3 Hormesis headbands given away. We got 3 card packs, lanyard packs, microfiber, G2 jersey, coin dual coin from G2 Paintball, and a 3rd place medal courtesy of San Diego Dynasty. Not quite getting the gold, but I do want to give a big shout out to everybody who was in the stands, everybody who's watching us, and everybody who is on Dynasty, the team, for really pulling out and digging deep. That was a very difficult event. I do feel badly for how the Russians have had to play the last couple of events. And just so you guys know, we will have Tom Cole on the show next week. If you guys have any questions for him that you want to ask him about running the league, about why the conditions were the way they were, about prize money, about entrance fee, about this, that, or the other, please try to get a hold of me in the meantime between this show and next, and I will do my best to actually put them in the comment section, not in the live side. So comment on this show's comment section sometime during this week, and I will address some of those questions to Tom Cole. I want to get some people in there. Battery life is at 5%. You guys are awesome. Give an extra air horn for all the support on this one. We're lagging, and I apologize for that. So thank you guys so very much.
Remember why? Fire consumed.